What you need going live once again before I go to sleep. Excuse me, sleepy. um, as you see from the title, there's some lies that are circulating around Gevonta Davis and even about Leo Santa Cruz. And I want to just put these things to rest. The first thing is they're circulating a lie that Leo Santa Cruz was a smaller guy going into that ring against Tank. That is not true at all. Okay. And I've seen this circulating in different media saying that Santa Cruz, had a size disadvantage. There was no size disadvantage. If you look at both fighters in that ring, you could tell that they were both about the same size in terms of weight. And then in terms of frame, Leo Santa Cruz is a much bigger guy than Tank. Leo Santa Cruz is 5'7" or 5'8", I think it is, with a 69-inch to reach to 70-inch reach. Tank has it with a 65-inch reach, and he's 5'4". So yeah, a lot to just to cover distance. And another thing that's a lie is that Leo was slower than Tank. Leo was as fast as Tank was, and we saw it in the exchanges where Leo would counter Tank. So the other thing that's a lie, they're saying that Leo came up from these lower weight classes, and because he came up from these lower weight classes, he was a smaller guy than Tank. That's not true. Okay. Leo and Tank are around about the same size. Okay. Tank came up from featherweight. Leo came up from bantamweight. Okay. Um, the other thing that people don't know is that, and it's another misnomer, is that Leo Santa Cruz wasn't a pound for pound fighter. I thought he was a pound for pound fighter. He came off the pound for pound list because Tank beat him. But Leo Santa Cruz was a pound for pound fighter in my book. You don't go through 4 different weight classes and not be a pound for pound fighter. Okay. Um, another misconception that's out there is that, because Leo came up from those weight classes or whatever, that Tank would have beaten Leo because he was the bigger, strong. Yes, Tank was physically stronger than Leo. That would go without saying. All right. Stronger than Leo because, as you can see, Tank came down from lightweight. So obviously he's going to be stronger. If Lomachenko goes down to super featherweight after he's been at lightweight, he's going to be stronger than all the super featherweights out there. That kind of goes without saying. Okay. But what I would say to people is this, that even if he's the stronger guy, Leo could have beaten Tank if he kept his defense in order. He dropped his defense twice in that fight. When he was throwing the right hand lead, Tank was able to counter him twice in that fight in round 4 and in round 6. In round 6, in round 4, when he hit him with the punch, he wasn't putting full leverage into it, and he caught him though, and Leo took the punch. In round 6, Tank was putting full leverage into his punches. He had hurt Leo, I think, with a left hook to the head and some body shots. But Leo was fighting back. Leo was live. But then he threw the right hand 3 times. The Tank was able to time him and catch him with the left uppercut. Now, quite frankly, as live as Leo was, once he got hit with that left uppercut, it was all over. Like, that was it. The fight was over. Okay. It was very competitive. Leo was up 3 rounds to 2. Tank came on strong around 4 and 5. Even though Leo also took it up and was really going to the body of Tank. Tank started responding. But I'll say this. If Leo had made it past round 6, I think that Leo would have carried that fight all the way to the scorecards and would have been a very interesting fight. I think Tank would have gone the distance with Leo. I think Tank was in that. He was in that kind of shape where he could have gone the distance with Leo. But I just think that Tank realized that Leo was kind of weakening, and he started taking the fight to Tank in the 6th round. He was taking it to Tank. He was closing the gap. He was taking the fight to Tank. To Leo, sorry. And I think that was undoing Leo. Tank was a lot stronger than Leo, and we saw it. He threw down Leo. He was able to take Leo's punches much better. Do I think Leo still had a chance to win? If he had kept his defense up, I think he would have. I think he'd have made it all the way to the end. I think Tank would have had to catch his breath or something in certain rounds. I think Tank would still have won the fight 8-4 because you could see that Leo wasn't going in like how he usually do and throw a whole bunch of punches. Leo was respecting Tank's power. He was also respecting the fact that Tank's boxing IQ. And Tank was also keeping a certain range, so he was able to slow down Leo's output, which showed that he really learned a lot from Floyd and just applying himself better. I think when he calmed down, like Floyd had him calm down, he was able to see things and really take his time and break down Leo. But I just want to say that in no way should they discredit Tank's win over Leo. Okay, Leo is a 4 divisional world champion. Leo showed in that ring he has boxing IQ. A lot of people are also saying that Leo was just a basic boxer and he didn't have any defense. That's not true. He had holes in his defense. That's not true. Leo actually was bringing back his hands in time. Like I said before, Leo will do that. And he blocked a lot of Tank shots. Okay, Tank caught him with some body shots, but first, Leo was blocking a lot of body shots. And then Tank started getting opportunities to go to the body as Leo was going to the body. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, the other thing is, I heard, shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. He was talking about Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith, talking their opinion on where Tank lies and all of this. And they were saying that Tank's a vulnerable, fighter like Mike Tyson. Now, first of all, Tank's not vulnerable like Mike Tyson. Tank faced a very good fighter in Leo Santa Cruz. Okay, very good. See, there's a lot of things people say, but Leo is a long reigning bantamweight champion. Then he went up to super bantamweight, did his thing, and then he went up to super featherweight, and he was reigning there for quite a while. And then he went up to, to featherweight, and then he went up to super featherweight. Okay, Leo ain't the kind of guy. Leo's not a fighter like Larry Holmes, who's at the end of his rope, or like a Michael Spinks, who had an injury. No, Leo Santa Cruz was bona fide, really good pound for pound fighter. Okay, Leo Santa Cruz was a good Mike Tyson win, because Leo Santa was undefeated and he was a long reigning champion. It wasn't like he was this dude who was at the end of his rope or whatever, or was intimidated. Obviously, Leo wasn't intimidated by Tank. Okay, it just so happened that Leo threw too many right hands, and Tank was able to read it and then counter. Okay, but I think Leo could have taken Tank's punches and stuff. I think it would have gone the distance. And Leo was giving Tank as good as he was getting. So, but Tank has decent defense as well, and he could take some of Leo's shots. But he has decent defense. I thought it was a very exciting fight. The other thing I thought about Tank, because Stephen A. Smith said that Teofimo Lopez is a much more exciting fighter than Tank. I mean, Teofimo Lopez is an exciting fighter. He does somersaults, he does flips and all of that at the end of his fight. He's an exciting fighter, but Tank's more exciting. Okay, Tank just had, probably the knockout of the year. Okay, Povetkin's knockout was surprising, because Povetkin was getting his ass beat, but Tank's knockout is just like, it was like an exclamation point. Povetkin's knockout was great with Dillian White, but Tank's knockout was like the knockout of the, and this is against this is a quality opposition. This is not Dillian White, who never was excuse me, Dillian White, who was never a world champion or anything like that, So, very impressive performance by Tank. Very impressive performance by Tank. And you cannot take away from Tank's performance. You cannot take away from it. I see them trying all kinds of things. Lord Jesus. They're talking about, glove controversies, which are none. They're non-existent. We just saw it from Fight Hype when he changed the gloves, tried it on the commission representative. God damn it. The commission representative signed off on the gloves and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, things trying to choke you. Yeah, don't worry about it. So, anyway, Tank, excellent job by Tank. Excellent performance by Tank. And I think that Tank did a great job. against a quality opponent in Leo Santa Cruz. Okay, so that's what I have for now. What you need in the building. I'm gonna catch you guys. Peace.